Do you know Gmail has the most unnoticed messages than any other popular social media apps? What if they are from your clients or something very important? Hearty condolences. You just lost some precious clients. Each day your inbox gets bulked and responding. No, leave responding. Finding the old most important mail itself is overwhelming. So you have to track your mail every day by sorting, archiving, and responding to keep your business running. What if you could not do it for a day? And for each day you skip, the next day rewards you with a double burden on your desk. But guess what? It's time to wipe out this burden because today you will receive a killer automation that can save a great deal of time. So forget your inboxes and let OpenAI and automation work for you. Guess what? Here we are again using Make Automation. If you are new to Make, you can get Pro plan with 10,000 operations for free using the link in description. Let me explain the automation in a nutshell. Here, we'll be watching for the new emails coming to our inbox, and the OpenAI, the super brain, will analyze these mails and say what kind of category we need to provide them or mark them, say spam, promotion, business, urgent, etc. And these labels are updated to those emails, and then we create a automatic replies for these emails. Guess what? We have even a draft reply to the same thread. And finally, our inbox is left empty. Here is a 7-step scenario that is going to do our automation. I have named it Gmail categorize and reply 100 to 0% inbox. Yes, so today we are going to clear our entire inbox with replies that is automated. So let's see, before we dive into the scenario in detail step by step, let's see my Gmail. So in my Gmail, I have created a couple of labels. So you can see here, there are default labels like social, updates, forums, promotions. And then I have created labels like appreciation, automation request, hiring, issue tracker, and subscription plans. So you can also create customized label like with your client name. Say you have client named John from XYZ company. So based on the client name, the labels with client names, you can categorize the emails. So I have chosen these labels like appreciation, automation request, etc. so that I need to just go through these appreciation or hiring labels or folders and just confirm the draft replies. Once ready, I can just click send. Yeah, and I can see a lot of emails in queue to be read. So you can see Twitter automation, inquiry about subscription plans, request for marketing automation, and a lot of documents from bank statements, spams, etc. So let's go to the scenario back. Yeah, so I'm going to explain here. Before we dive in, be proud to be watching all this content from one of the top 3 global platinum partners of Make, that is M-Score Automation. Yeah, so here in this workflow, we can start with the module Gmail Watch Email. So if you go to the native Gmail app, you can see here Watch Emails. Yeah, so this module triggers when a new email is received in your particular folder you choose. Say it is inbox or any label you provide, it will watch for new email. So I'm using this module Watch Emails. So you can see here, once you open, the primary part is adding connection. So you can add connection by using the add option. Yeah, so if you are not aware of how to add the connection, simply go to online help, the hyperlink provided here, and then choose the folder, that's inbox, and then select the filter type or criteria, and then provide the number of results to process. That is a number of new emails. Say if the main intention, what we are going to do is we are going to schedule our workflow every 15 minutes. That means every 15 minutes it will watch for the new email received. And if I provide here a result of 5, that means it will look for maximum of 5 new emails and process in the workflow. Okay, all right. So here we have provided a maximum result to be 5. And now let me show the result of one email. So you can just right click the module, select choose where to start and select the first email. So let me select the first email. It's loading. So I'm selecting this and running this module. So you can see the labels. The initial label is empty, and the test content of the mail, like I'm Vishnu, I'm writing this mail regarding an automation solution that you need, right? So there is a content that's coming from the email, so you can see the output. Now the idea is we need to list all the labels. So if we list the labels, the OpenAI brain can choose what label we need to associate with this email received. So to do that, we can, if we go to the native Gmail app, you cannot find labels like list label, right? So you need to use the module list labels from another app known as Gmail v1.1, or it is also available as Gmail s1.1. So if you go to that app and input labels, you can see list labels. So it will list all the labels in your Gmail. So use that module, and then there too you need to add a connection because both the apps are different, and then you need to provide a limit. Say you have 100 plus labels. As I said, if you follow a repository of labels or folders for your clients, then the labels will be more than 100. So accordingly provide the limit and press OK. Now let's run this module list labels. So let me just right click the module and click run this module only. So you can see it will list all the labels and provide its ID and name. So you can see, like for automation request, the ID is label underscore 7983 blah blah blah, right? And similarly you can see for issue tracker, hiring, appreciation, 100, start, etc. Yeah, so we are just listing all the labels, and now we need to aggregate it as a single test so that we can provide to OpenAI. To do so, we are using from tools section. So under tools section, you can type test aggregator. So you can use test aggregator and provide the source to be Gmail v1.1 and row separator as new row, and then map the ID and label here. So you can see bundle order position, that is the order of label, and its ID hyphen name. So just map them. So just map the ID hyphen name and press OK. Now let's run up to this. You can see the result. So let me choose one email quickly. So I'm clicking run. So it will process the latest email. Let me tell you, since list labels list all the labels, it also includes the label inbox. So we need to filter it out. So I'm providing a filtering here that the ID should not be equal to inbox. So all other IDs will be aggregated here as a single test. See here, chat, send, important, trash, and you can see the ID as ID coming first and then the name as second, separated by hyphen. So we have everything ready. Now we are going to use the super brain, right? So that's OpenAI. So again, we are like in our other videos, we are using create a completion prompt module from the OpenAI. And here we are using the model GPT-4o mini to save some cost. You can also use Turbo or the latest model. Here we need to provide a system and then a user, assistant with example, again a user. So let's quickly check this out. In the system, we are saying that act as a mail reply creator, an intelligent agent designed to analyze incoming emails and categorize them into thank you, promotion, updates, spam and business. So we are asking OpenAI to categorize it and generate a proper reply. And we are also telling my info, my name is Jahar, I'm into business automation, our company is M-Score Automation Solution, right? And we are also giving the task like upon receiving an email, determine its category, then craft a professional and human-like response. We are also giving specific details. Say if it's a business category, add the Calendly link in the reply, analyze the email subject and body to accurately categorize it, assign proper label ID, and then return the output as JSON. So you can see the JSON format, right, with category, reply, HTML and label IDs. Guys, let me tell you, this automation is going to reply to the actual thread received from your new email. So unlike creating a new email separately. And also, if you don't like a draft reply to the same thread, you can also create a real reply as well. So I'll tell you at the end. Yeah, so you can follow the JSON and then come back to the user. Now we have user, assistant and user. The whole idea is give an example of an email and the label list, so the OpenAI is getting trained. So you can see in the user section, add a sample subject, message and sender mail name and the label list, and then say to the assistant that these are the labels needs to be added. So here we are providing the IDs, and similarly we are adding another user where we map the subject from the variable. So you can see subject comes from the first module, and then message, sender mail, sender name, the entire label list. So the entire label list comes from this test aggregator. So you can see here the entire label list test aggregator module is used here. So just map the test from here, and then we say labels above are in format label ID hyphen label name. So select which name would apply and return the label ID only. So you can see it's mentioned here, and if there is multiple label IDs, then return them as comma separated. So that's the command here. So again, we provided a system and then sample user and sample assistant to train it, and then we are giving an actual user saying that these are the variables coming from watch emails and this is the label list, get ready and give a proper label ID. Yeah, and finally we say return as JSON object. Now let's use the module modify email labels from the Gmail. So you can find here modify email labels. So here you need to select the same connection and then let it load. So you can see an option to provide Gmail message ID. So just type here message ID and map the Gmail message ID, and then provide the labels to add. So labels to add is provided by the OpenAI module. So I'll just run the OpenAI module and you can see the result. So let's take this mail. Yeah, let me run it. So now the OpenAI is running. See the result. So you can see our category is business and reply HTML is there. So we are replying in a good format. That's why we are using HTML, and there is label ID. So there are two label IDs. So we can check this label ID. So that label ID goes to an automation request. So you can see automation request, or you can see here. So it is automation request, and then here in assign label, that is the modify email labels module. As you see, we are providing this label. So we have two labels with comma separated. See here. So there can be multiple labels. So in the modify email labels, map this label output from the OpenAI. See here. So I mapped it from the output label IDs, but here it's comma separated. So I need to use the formula split. You can find the split formula from the test function split. So just provide split, and then as a first argument map the label IDs and provide comma, right? So that is the second argument. And the labels to remove. So this is the label to add the newly selected label from OpenAI, and in labels to remove type imports. Right? So once you type, press OK, and finally we are providing a filter saying that the category. So we mentioned some of the category from OpenAI. So these categories belongs to thank you, promotion, updates, spam, business. This is the high level understanding or high level category that OpenAI understand. So we are trying to say in the filter that those replies or those categories which belong to business or updates or thank you needs to be replied. So we are providing a filter here. So the category is selected and we use the operator match pattern, and in close bracket, in the close round brackets, we are providing business or thank you or updates or thank you, any of these matches. Let's proceed and create draft reply to the same thread. Yeah, so we are going to create a reply to the same thread using the module create a draft reply. So in order to find this module, use the Gmail v1.1 and you can see here the module draft reply. So just use create a draft reply module, and in this module you need to select the connection and map the message ID. Again, you can find the message ID here, Gmail message ID from the first module, watch emails, and then select the sender email address. Just type sender, so you can find the sender email address, so you can map the sender email address, and then we need to pass the content, and that comes from the Brain OpenAI. So just map the reply HTML from the OpenAI. Right now press OK and let's go and see the magic. Right, so if we go to our Gmail, let's put some filter to watch for today's the emails that has come within one day. So let's see. I can see there are almost 41 emails. Now let's run this Ender workflow and see the result. So we need to go to the Gmail module, right click and select choose where to start, select the first email option, and let's pick the fifth one, so it will process the last 5 new emails. So I'm selecting the fifth one, so just press OK and click on run once. So it starts processing. Fingers crossed guys. Let's see what's the result. The OpenAI Brain is analyzing it. So you can see it has processed the first one. So in the first one it has found it's a business, and then it has provided a label. So let's see the label, what it has provided. So that's hiring, so that's fine. Now let's go to the second one. It's again business. We have created a draft reply and there is a label, and this label corresponds to automation request. And let's go and see another one where we have another result. Hello Vishnu, thank you for reaching out. On Twitter automation we have a label again. Let's see, and that also goes to automation request. So we have run entirely 5 emails and it has created 5 draft replies. So let's see the result. Let's go and let's refresh it. So because Gmail needs to be refreshed to show the new items or the draft replies. Let's go to the appreciation folder. We can't see any email replied, but let's go to the automation request. Here we can see 2 draft replies. So one is from Vishnu. So you can see the request is on Twitter automation and they're asking for a direct meetup, and it is labeled under automation request. See here, and we have a cool draft reply. Hello Vishnu, thank you for reaching out regarding your Twitter automation project, and we are sharing a Calendly link as well. See here, and just we need to modify it and click send. Right, and similarly we have another request from Snija. So that is on marketing automation. It is also marked under automation request, and we have another draft ready. Right, let's go to the hiring folder. In hiring folder we can see this is more looking like a hiring request, and we have created a draft reply. So here we can again modify our prompt a better way to say that some of the hiring requests we don't need to categorize it. It can go to spam, right? Because it is not relevant. So we can add hiring on automation is relevant, and hiring requests on other categories or designation should be marked as spam. Now let's go to the issue tracker. Let's see if there is anything on issue tracker. No. Let's go to subscription plan. Yes. So we have another draft reply, that is inquiry about subscription plan and features from Nafi. So here it's a pure inquiry about the subscription plan, and we have a label subscription plan marked over the email, and we can see a draft reply ready with the consultation email as well. Now, if you go and apply a filter to see all the emails received today within one day, and from inbox folder and just click search, you can see we have 34 emails. We have reduced 5 from this. And if we start running again, let me run it again. Yeah, so just we need to run again. So believe me guys, you just need to actually click from now on. In real, when you go live, you just need to click from now on, press OK and turn on the workflow to watch for new emails. But since I'm just demonstrating, I'm just running it for another 5. So let's come back and let me select the next 5 and click run once. Let's see the result guys. This will keep processing and make our inbox to 0 with proper draft reply. So you can see the scenario is keep running, yeah, and it has processed. Let's see, now let's refresh. So here you can see one is on a graphic designer post, second is on YouTube video, then we have some spammy emails on credit card, Bajaj Market, etc. So let's refresh again the filter and see. So we need to select day, 1 day, and inbox search. Let's see, now we have only 30 emails. See here, so if you go to appreciation, we have one appreciation request where we have the label appreciation. So this is cool guys. We have a good appreciation on our YouTube video on AI quiz, and we have created a draft reply on the same, thanking the appreciating email. Yeah, so here the reply is done on the same thread. And then if you go to automation request, it's same. Let's go to hiring. So we have hiring request, and that's from Ahmad Wasik with a resume, and we have created a draft reply saying that your resume will be reviewed and will get back to you shortly. So in this way, when the scenario runs again and again, this entire inbox, what you see, right? So the inbox whichever you see per day, under the inbox category, these 30 emails will become 0. So less tension, easy replies because you have draft ready. Now let me reveal another secret. So if you go to the workflow under Gmail v1.1, you can see the module reply to an email. So if you gain the trust from your AI result, simply the next day you can replace create a draft reply with reply to an email. So this in fact reply directly without any draft review. So cool, right? So you have options to reply to an email as well as create a draft reply. So start running these automation by clicking simply, just right click. I'm just going to run for everything. Yeah, so start running and you can see these emails getting vanished, right? So vanished in the sense getting moved to the different category labels, and the draft is ready to review. I forgot to reveal how to get access to this special Gmail v1.1 app. Simply log into this page provided in description, where you can find 2 plans. One is subscription plan and second is lifetime plan. And here is the offer for you. You can use the coupon code GMAIL50 to get 50% off on the lifetime plan for the next 7 days. Excited? The mail inbox is now fully automated with OpenAI and Make. No more lost emails and clients, just a smooth and efficient workflow, saving a lot of time. So what are you waiting for? Set up this automation now. Don't forget to leave your feedback in our comment section and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for the next AI challenge.